My name is Jonathan Twining, and I teach biology and environmental science at Eastern Nazarene College. I'm on a quest to see the world's wild places. From rainforests to vernal pools, the world is my laboratory, and I can't wait to explore it with you. Come along with me this time as I explore Costa Rica in Costa Rican Quest. Pura vida! Well, we finally arrived at the Quetzal Education Research Center last night, and you can see it here behind me. This research center, which is run by Southern Nazarene University, is located here in San Gerardo de Dota in the Rio Savegre Valley, or Savegre River Valley, here in Costa Rica. It's situated in the Talamanca mountain range. And this morning we were at the top of the fourth highest peak in all of Costa Rica, Cerro de la Muerte. And this center is located on the western slopes of that mountain. Well, while Dr. Quetzal and his students and colleagues are hiking down from the top of the cerro, I'm going to go out and check out a trail near Quirk. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll see some birds, maybe even a few herps. If you're ever coming to Costa Rica, the place behind me is the Savegre Mountain Hotel. And I gotta tell you, it's a great place. It's got not only great rooms, but meals are included, and they have a trout pond here where you can do some trout fishing. It's a pretty cool place, so you might want to come and check it out if you're ever coming to Costa Rica. Another reason that bird lovers come to San Gerardo de Dota is to see all of the varieties of hummingbirds that are found in this area. Now, you might have a little trouble finding them, so if you do, you can always come to the Savegre Mountain Hotel here, and you can see their Hummingbird Feeder. It's a pretty cool place to see quite a few species of hummingbirds that frequent this area. We're going to check it out and see what hummingbirds we can see here today. If you spend much time at Quirk, it won't be long before you discover the many trails that are found in this particular area behind the Savegre Mountain Hotel. It gives you a great chance to see the flora and fauna of this beautiful cloud forest. Take a look at all the riotous plant growth in this Costa Rican cloud forest. Well, you know what's going on here, right? It's photosynthesis, and each of these plants is photosynthesizing, and they are able to do it all year round. There's no seasons here. So all these plants are taking carbon dioxide from the air, and they're taking the water that falls as rain here or comes as fog in this cloud forest, and they're combining those together in the presence of sunlight to make sugar, and those sugars can be converted into new tissue. So this process that we have of converting carbon dioxide from the atmosphere into organic carbon or sugars is called primary productivity. And you can see from all the growth that's going on behind me that primary productivity in a tropical rainforest is very high. Because there's sunlight and water available here all the time, these plants can pretty much grow continuously. That means that they can add lots of new tissue to their bodies, and we call that tissue biomass. So if we were to take every tree and plant in this forest and cut it all down and weigh it, that would tell us the biomass of all the plants that live here. Now, this is a leaf from a typical rainforest tree, and it has some features that are pretty common in many rainforest trees. First, you'll notice this is a simple leaf, and it has a smooth margin. It doesn't have teeth, it doesn't have lobes. It has this sharp tip called a drip tip, so that water can drip off of the leaf and down to the rainforest floor. The leaf is also waxy looking, and that's to help shed water off of the leaves as well. You would think with all this plant growth that there would be rich organic soils here on the forest floor, but nothing could be farther from the truth. As leaf litter and other vegetative material falls to the forest floor, it is rapidly decomposed by bacteria and fungi. And then the nutrients that are made available by that decomposition are quickly soaked up by all the trees and plants that are already living here, and that makes the forest floor actually nutrient poor. One of the things you'll notice if you look at the branches of these rainforest and cloud forest trees is that they're not bare like the ones that we have in New England. Their bark is covered with all kinds of other plants. These plants are known as epiphytes or air plants. They live on another species of plant, but they're not deriving any nutrition from them, so they are not parasites. There are many different kinds of epiphytes, and they could include lichens, mosses, fungi, orchids. This is a very important type of epiphyte that's found in these Costa Rican rainforests and cloud forests. It's called a bromeliad. Now you can see that this is an interesting plant. The leaves form a ring or rosette, and in the center there's a little cup that forms. And in that little cup, water can collect. And many of the amphibians and insects, and even other species of the rainforest, rely on that water for some part of their life cycle. Hopefully later on in this trip, we're going to see frogs that lay their eggs and the tadpoles spend their life in the little cup in the center of bromeliads, something like this one. Tropical rainforests like this cloud forest near Quirk contain more species than any other terrestrial biome on the planet. The number of species found in a particular area is known as species richness. These cloud forests and rainforests of the tropics have a high species richness because there's plenty of available sunlight, plenty of moisture, lots of food available, and many niches that can be exploited. You know, bird lovers come from all over the world here to San Gerardo de Dota in the Savegre River Valley to look for one bird in particular, the resplendent Quetzal. Well, when we're staying here at the Quetzal Education Research Center, we can come out on this porch and look for Quetzals in the aguacatillo trees right across the way. You know, bird lovers don't just come here for the Quetzal. There are a variety of birds that inhabit the Savegre River Valley here in the San Gerardo de Dota area. Just yesterday I saw some tanagers and some hummingbirds and a special warbler. Many of these birds are endemic to this area. That means that they're found here and nowhere else on the planet. That makes them pretty special. I hope you've enjoyed exploring Costa Rica and its biodiversity. I'll see you again next time on Costa Rican Quest. Pura vida!